All right, Swain fans, welcome to Baddy Hot Ones, where I am absolutely in the room with the interviewee at the moment and not recording this weeks after the fact because no one thought to do an introduction. I would like to welcome a very special guest, Mr. AJS0.
All right, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be doing this. So we're starting with this should be easy. It's just the buffalo sauce, 1800 on the Scoville. I like buffalo sauce, so cheers. That was very mild buffalo sauce. That is not as hot as like even Buffalo Wild Wings buffalo. That's the baby buffalo. You give this to bitch in your friend group. All right, Mr. Swift, assemble your best Batty League dream team, game and players. All right, that is a harder question than I would have thought it would be. I'm going to assemble a League of Legends team. I know that much. But the question is who? 2 years ago it would have been Wes, but he lost the spot on this team. I'm sorry, Wes. You did this to yourself. So if I'm building my dream League of Legends team, I want people that are good, but more importantly, I want people that are non-selfish and flexible and team players. I care way more about that. So like somebody like Mad Cow, who's better than the player I'm going to pick as his replacement, is just too one-dimensional. I don't like playing with players like that because I have to commit the entire game to that person. So I think I'm going to start. We'll assume this is my prime. It's 2016. I'm playing AD carry. So it's going to be me, and this is hard, but it's going to be me in bot lane. Because when we were on point, I think the synergy I had playing with him when I was good, like so much better than even way better players. Like the fact that we didn't get to play bot lane together the season we were on a team together really hurts me because I think we would have smashed every single SBL lane so fucking hard. Mid lane would have been Thrifty, just as the star on the team, and obviously the guy who could play every kind of game, plays really well on the team, plays great around me. I played with him a lot of tournaments. Like I know the three of us can really be reliable, strategic. Then the jungle. That's hard. By process of elimination, I think I'm just going with tried and true. I think we're putting Wang in there. Not the superstar, but like again, just the synergy, the history, at that point, like 7 years of LAN tournaments we played, and we just know how to see the game the same way. And I know he would fit in that really well. That makes top lane a really hard thing. There wasn't a good top laner besides Bad Cow, who I've already said like I don't want to play his game. Fuck would have been a good top laner.
2 minutes later.
I think honestly I'm gonna just offer all somebody. I'm gonna take somebody that I think would have adapted, and I'm gonna because I'm a cocky bastard. I'm gonna run it back with Blab in the top lane because as disaster as that went, I think if I was in the game on the team, I think with this set of persons, like he would fit into that role and he would adapt to it really well and he would know how to do his job and he'd want to win. And I think this is a team where it's like it's not like probably could never have put that team together at the time, like in a real draft. But it's like if a couple of people had botched a draft, I could imagine a world where you got really close to that team instead of it just being me picking the 5 best players of all time at all 5 roles. So that's what I'm going to say. It's Blabuer off roll in the top lane, Wang in the jungle, Thrifty mid, and me and Tree bot. The hardest cut was 30 because I think 30 and I would play awesome together. But like the few times we ever played, we just never quite got there. All right. That was over that Buffalo. So we're going to go on to Smokey J, 6,000 Scovilles. You can tell by the name, Smoky, going to be a smoky hot sauce. So, cheers. Scuffed fucking wing. What the fuck is this, dude? I don't even know what the safe part of this wing is. Oh, that's good. All right, Mr. Swift, got a real hardball for you here. Give the people the answer they want. What was the best bet? That's a stupid fucking question. You're bad for asking it. Everyone on stream, because we're debuting this on stream, everyone knows that they think I'm going to say the SBL. And they're wrong. It's Baddy Smash. Baddy Smash was the best Baddy League. Because in the SBL, it was fucking too many people who were like, I'm only playing because I think I have a chance to win. And Baddy Smash was the one league where people are like, I know I have no chance to win, and it's really fun to play. And there were so many people that sucked that you would get on your team that wouldn't try at all. I'd be like, if you just tried 20% harder, this whole thing would be so much better. But you're fucking just tanking the team down because like you just don't want to practice at all, or like you just don't want to turn your brain on. That actually bothers me more. It's like, just actively engage. Use your brain. It's only a 45-minute game. Can you not turn your brain on for 45 minutes? You gotta go fucking monkey hand the entire time. And Baddy Smash, I think, because it was so unique. At this point, like the SBL to me, like the SBL and my friends, it's just like that's the same pool. But like Baddy Smash is such a unique group of people, and they're all associated together. And like, if I ever had any doubts, seeing the way everyone interacted at the Swain Summits we've done the last 2 years, and like the amount that everyone there just loves each other and loved playing that game together, I'm sticking to it. That's why they're going to get a season 10 one day. All right. Next up, Funky's Hot Sauce Factory. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Stellar Fuzz, 19,000 Scovilles. Got a fucking murdered fucking chicken wing here. One of my favorite things about fucking eating chicken wings is you can think of how many chickens had to die to produce this. I'm gonna do 10 sauces. That's 5 fucking cocks that died for me. Let's go. Stellar Fuzz. What the fuck is this gonna taste like? Smells. So I don't know. Let's see what we got. Mr. Swift, I'd like you to review some footage. Please tell me what was going through your mind at this.
This one up the stage. Caught it too! Holy shit! Oh my god! What the fuck? He dropped shield! No!
That was one of the baddest games I've ever played in Baddy Smash. Oh my god. I knew the second you fucking turned that around, I knew what I was fucking watching you. I was feeling so confident when I threw that taunt out. As you could probably tell watching that clip back. And then I was trying to get the punish because I didn't want to wait too long shielding it out, and I was greedy, and I mistimed it. I dropped shield early, and GG, I lose. That was a rough one, man. I think that dropped me in Swiss, or maybe it dropped me down the group standings, but like that loss really affected my path forward in a bad way. And like really fucked me up that season of Baddy Smash. Fuck you, Disenchanted. Fucking boomed me. This hot sauce kind of sucks, dude. I still don't know what the fuck this is supposed to taste like. I think that's my least favorite one of the 10. I haven't even tried 7 of these. That's my least favorite one. Let's move on. But first, sponsor shout out. Water, free unless you pay for it. Got the first little bit of spice in my throat there. I'm sorry. I know a lot of folks hate the eating ASMR, and I assume that's going to be on to number 4. Los Calientes Verde, because I finally get a fairly normal-looking chicken wing. 36,000 on the Scoville sale. This is going to be our first Verde. And I really, really like Verde hot sauces and like salsas and stuff. This is probably better on like a Chipotle bowl or something than a chicken wing, but I think this is still going to be pretty good. Mr. Swift, when did you realize that the Baddy League was here to stay and not just a 1 or 2 time thing? That's an interesting one. Probably pretty early on, honestly. We just like the first season we did this, everyone was having so much fun immediately that's when it hit me. I'm like, well, we all play League of Legends all the time, and everyone seems to really like this. So I guess we can just keep doing the SBL. So I'm not sure I'd really had a conscious thought about it being like, oh, this is here to stay. But it was probably pretty early on. I was like, oh, I guess we're going to do this again. And then, a couple of years later, it's like, now we have 6 teams instead of 4, and we're playing for 3 months at a time, 10-week season plus 3 weeks in the playoffs. But for like here to stay in the sense of like, it's been 12 years since we started, that was probably sometime during Overwatch when it was like, we got the 6 teams in Overwatch and it was like kind of hitting that same point that the SBL was in, where it was like, oh, okay, like we're meeting all these new people and everyone's having a lot of fun and like people keep signing up and coming back. And that's when I think it first started to be real to me, where it's like, oh, like this might just be a thing that's here to stay for like most of my life. That's when that first started to hit me. That was really cool to see what we had kind of turned it into. This is a good sauce. I like this. I've eaten a lot of chicken, so I'm going to just toss on that one. All right, these are going to start getting hotter. I don't want any more of that. But toss that right there. Keep our sponsors going. Oh, thanks for taking that for me, Swift. So on to number 5 here. Looking hot sauces. Number 5. I'm excited for this one. Queso Sin Queso. 52,000 on the Scoville scale. So I think it's supposed to taste like a spicy queso, although I think it's like a plant based. So here's to fucking queso, dude. That's good. Swift. What was the weirdest SBL? That's a tough one, dude. I'm going to go with the first time we actually caught people cheating. When we had a ban, Purple Pickle Pie and Boozgraph for account sharing, and it was like, they didn't really get it. It was like, this is just supposed to be a for fun thing. Like, how in the world, you've been doing this for years, how in the world did you think this was cool? That one was pretty bad. Similarly, there's a guy, I don't even remember his name, in the Overwatch League that we banned like 3 weeks into a season because he lied about his MMR when he signed up. He had a second account and he just didn't tell us about it. And it turns out this dude was like high Grandmaster or something instead of just like mid Diamond. And we're like, okay, it's really high elo either way, but like, there's a world of difference there. And some of the guys on his team were super pissed. They're like, well, no one noticed until now, so you should just like let us play. And I was like, the whole point of this league is the auction draft thing, to have like these competitive teams, and you just circumvented that whole thing. Like, no, fuck you. And this was actually probably one of the most heated arguments I ever got into. Fucking dreaded DPS. He's like 18 years old at the time. He's like, no, I don't get it, dude. Like, just let us do it. It's bullshit. The 30s doing this. And like, I blew up. I wasn't even like, I was just casting. I was not running it. I was not playing. I was back in school. And I was like, dude, you don't fucking get it, but fuck you. Like, stop hammering this home. Like, you have no idea how hard this shit is. You have no idea how much it sucks to ban people. You have no idea how much it sucks to ban people. Because sometimes you have to think, like, oh, I might just make a decision that, like, removes you from your friend group. Like, if I do this right now. That fucking sucks. So just don't cheat. I don't want to have to do that. This is a good ass hot sauce. I want this on chips, though. That'd be better than the chicken. All right. We're going to swap me. Thank you, beautiful production staff. Up to number 6. I'm doing good. Barely any water, no milk. I'm going to take a sec to swallow here. Beautiful lukewarm chicken, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it as much as I am. All right. Number 6. Marita Bourbon Maple Reaper. 73,000 on the Scoville scale. Oh, the microwave. This is so good. I'm getting hot chicken, dude. This is good. Like maple bourbon hot sauce, like spicy barbecue sauce is like such a hit for me. So that's cool. You're Swift. I've heard a lot of stories about your young. What advice would you give to him about starting the band? that's actually a really good follow-up to what I was just talking about. If I had to go back to SPL number 2 and give myself one piece of advice, ban people sooner. At the start of the league, I always thought about it like I was running like a public service or like actually like running some kind of like a real program where like you need kind of a valid reason to get rid of people. And it took me like a year to figure out, hey, if a bunch of people just don't like someone and are like, hey, playing with this person would ruin my experience, I realized like this is not like this is friends and friends. And you should just prioritize people being happy doing it over like trying to like do things like right in a public way. Because like there's definitely people I should have banned after like second or third spell that stuck around for like years and years. And I wonder how differently something would be if like really good. This has some actual kick on the backside. Keep that in. I like that. Depends on what's chicken though. All right, that's first victim here. We're hitting. I'm doing good. That was 73,000. I'm not feeling too bad. I haven't eaten that much of the chicken wings, but I've gotten what I needed to. I'm gonna try to eat more of these following wings here. Let's keep to it. Number 7. That doesn't look good. That looks like something you're not supposed to eat. Forbidden fruit, 124,000. Just look at that color, dude. Hot sauce people are stupid. 124,000 forbidden fruit. All right, let's see what we got here. That just smells like burning. Mr. Swift, I'm going to open the floor to you to shout out anyone from the community. All right, I'm going to do 2 of these. First, I'm going to shout out 30 because not only the SBL, but also, oh my God, I've got some heat on the backside. I don't like that. SBL ends when I got sick of it, if he didn't feel like running it. Baddy Overwatch League ends if he didn't feel like running it after Zed and I got sick of it. Like, and so many people, especially when he first took the SBL over, I think that was when, like, now I think everyone knows, like, oh, there's a lot that goes into this. But at the time, I don't think people realized how much effort went into fucking afloat. And 30 just being like, yeah, I'll do it. And then just doing it, no complaints, keeps things running really smooth. He's goated for that. I'm going to shout out Joey for being the closest thing I had to a right-hand man during Baddy Smash. I love the Baddy Smash, but production was definitely very scuffed in terms of who I had to rely on sometimes, and a lot of people that came and went. And for a lot of years, like, me and Joey did some very heavy lifting there. I really... that fruit should stay forbidden. Christ, I don't like that. Joey did a lot to Baddy Smash going. And then I'm going to just shout out anybody who signs up for a team practices. Like, everyone on your team is having so much more fun. You don't even have to be good. People don't even really care if you're good. They just care if you're trying. So, I'm not excited for this next one. I need to top off of water if I could, production staff. Because this is the one I have heard a lot about. Evolution hot sauces, da bomb. Look at that is like thick. That is like fucking burning cummies thick, dude. Look at that. Oh. That shit. Oh. That smells like fucking Satan's cock, dude. God. Pray for me. Mr. Swift, you knew this one was coming. Wanted to think it wasn't. How does it feel to have never won SBL? Fuck you! I knew you were gonna ask that. What to do it with the bomb? What bullshit? Oh, this hurts. Not this. This hurts. I got a whole chicken wing. That was fucking stupid. So, I blew a lot of chances at the start. Jesus Christ. Not doing the milk though. I'm not a bitch. Mama didn't raise a bitch. The thing that drove me the craziest is the people who were so much worse than me that thought they were better than me that like made a big deal out of it. I just would get so sick of like the fucking dum-dums of the world where I'm like, bro, you're a monkey. A monkey with a keyboard and some cardboard. You are not as good as me. You never will be. Everyone knows it except for you. And your mom, probably. Don't laugh, you asshole. Just fucking watered myself. I'm scared to touch my face, dude. We're just fucking saying that. I don't. Yeah, exactly. But like, I'm cracking, dude. Just like, I didn't realize it those first couple of seasons when I was like in the finals every season that it was like, oh darn, like I was like, I'm really good and it makes sense. I'm in the finals. And I'm gonna get my chance eventually. He told me after like season 3 I was never gonna win this. I was gonna play at 10 of them. I'd have been like, what the fuck? But I still, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, of course Swift thinks of it this way. I still think of myself as a perennial winner because those LAN tournaments were good. There was good competition there, and we ran that for 6 straight years. No one was our equal. We could punch up the people that were ranked way higher than us consistently, even before I was bringing like Thrifty and Splinter up to the lands. Like, we ran that shit because we had the people who knew how to play together, and I was a big part of that. And I think some people will be like, oh, well, like, you just won because you played with people that are better than you. I was like, look at like the first like 4 years. I was the best player on that team the whole time. Like, it wasn't close. And by the end, it was like, there's a reason all the good players wanted to play with me and not you, person on the camera. Like, fuck, dude, that sucks. That's a bomb. It is a fucking nuclear warhead, dude. Caution. Consume 1 drop at a time. All caps with extreme caution. I don't like that. It still hurts. Birds like never win in the SBL. But I still think like all that winning I did on the LAN was worth a lot. It matters a lot to me. And I do think every single team I was ever on was better because I was on it. And that may not have been enough to win the whole thing. But that was always really meaningful to me. Every team, I refuse to let shitty teams bottom out. Like even some of those 5th place teams where it was like, oh, you just had like your $8 player drop out before week 1. And it was like, okay, well, let's like, how do we make this competitive? And like, we would go toe to toe with all the really good teams. Weren't good enough to win, but like, we knew how to play things to the wire. I wouldn't give up. And so that's how I still perceive myself. I wish I just could say I had won that one SBL so I could tell people to shut the fuck up. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm Chris Paul, so be it. All right. You guys, you don't want me to cool off. Fuck you. Montesano's hot sauce. Chili Mono Loco with the fucking monkey on it. Oh, I'm not excited for this. I'm in pain right now. Cheers. Smell it first. Smells like burnt. Here we go. Oh no. Why did I do that? Oh. Not good, dude. That's not made for people. Why did somebody make that? Mr. Swift, what is your proudest accomplishment in Baddy League? I think, honestly, it's the fact that it's just still going. Like, if I had told myself 12 years ago or 15 years ago when we were doing the fucking League 1v1 tournaments, like, oh, you're still going to be running like this shit online 15 years from now and it's going to be as big as ever. There's a lot of effort that's gone into cultivating this in a sustainable way, and I'm really proud that I think I and a handful of people who made the key have made a lot of right decisions throughout the process. I'm very genuinely proud of that. So thank you to all 170 players or whatever it is that have played in any of the big leagues that we've run. Because like that's crazy to me that like we've convinced so many people to play in these silly little stupid leagues we do. All right. The last one. This can't be bad, right? The last dab. Oh. 2,693,000 fucking Scoville. That's not a human number. And I have been told, as is tradition, you sauce the wing. There's a little bit of sauce on it. You can see the residue. One little dab at the end. We'll wipe that off before we close that. That's a problem for later. No. Oh. Oh. What do you think the future has in store for the Baddy League charity? Oh. I honestly have no idea, which is like really crazy. This is the first time I've ever not known what's coming next for real, with Baddy Smash getting wrapped up for, you know, indefinitely. Fuck! Don't do this. If the hot sauce has to have a warning label, you shouldn't eat it. Swift doesn't like it, and neither should you. Oh, it's so much worse than the first time. Now that we shook it up, you fucking dumbass, you fucking got me baited. I thought I could handle this, and now I'm having an actual intended fucking heat. I took a huge bite. I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited about it because, like, this is the first time where I've really been like, oh, I'm happy to not be running anything right now, and I just want to take a break. And I'm really excited to like finally be doing that and just letting other stuff take the stage. And it's actually fitting that we're talking about it during this, where it's like, it burns when I blow my nose, it burns when I talk, it burns when I breathe, it burns when I drink the water, it burns when I drink the milk. It burns when I think about the Baddy League. It burns when I think about never winning the SBL. Probably gonna burn when I shit. Oh. I don't know, man. There's shit coming, and I'm like just so ready to like just fucking YOLO and see what happens. Dude, I would suck a cow's cock right now if it could just fucking load me up with this shit. Please don't laugh. If I spit, it's gonna be worse. It hurts. Ah! You're a fucking shitty interviewer. Anyways, I don't know if that was coherent. I don't know, but it's not going anywhere because I like doing this too much and it's fun. But this isn't. I'm not doing this again. Get a fucking... Oh. Is that the end? There's no more hidden 11 hot sauce. You're about to fucking bomb on me. Is that the last question, or do I need to end with anything? Chat, this sucked. So you better fucking donate to charity. Cut the stream.